fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that.
Touchdown! Jonnu Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals just continue to roll. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from...
Touchdown, Cardinals! Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control. Oh, wide open, complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Calvin Johnson, 54 yards. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the slot man goes in motion left. To the air, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would...
Here's a diving catch right side. Touchdown! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cards take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 20.
Brought down back at the 11-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, able to get away. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, Watson dances by him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, they go with Watson. Room here to run. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working. Allen hit. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
That's completed right side to Palmer. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trayvon Walker coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Ross on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run with Watson. Fights loose. And a nice spin into some open field. Through the middle of the field. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. 46 yards. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Go. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And here come the Bills. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At the 31-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 31, here's second down and 5. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Pearson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly.
lead.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that Enzo? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. Beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing, I'm on. I till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in a tank. I'ma pull up, just stun. Cat, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 I'm finna.
see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this court.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
From the gun, here's Tua. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10.
They run it over center with Harris. The ball comes out. The Cardinals have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Working out of the gun, Murray. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. That's quickly out to Smith. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Arizona.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here.
He did some shit last night, but I can't blame him for it if he's short. So I try to get a taller safety. So let's see if we get. Let's see, like
Both teams ready to go once
30
more.
about 30,000 coins more. I upgrade and go with this one. I really too hard up about the golden ticket, so
That's where the drive will
they
begin.
set that out. They're ready that. And at least I set up this one. I don't see nobody right like.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And if I want a golden ticket, it would probably be my golden ticket would be normally I'll pick
Fake the
whatever it
handoff.
is.
Now, Tua. He'll be forced to
What
just throw
position I
that
would
one
want
away.
my golden ticket
It's
to be.
incomplete.
Nice example
I
there,
mean,
Mike. of the
it was a
quarterback
good
just
quarterback.
being smart with the ball,
It'd be a good-
understanding it didn't quite
Not
develop
Michael
the way
Vick.
he had intended.
No.
Throw
I
that
don't
ball
like
out of
that.
harm's way, live to play another
I
down.
don't care how much they try to shoot up Michael Vick. Michael Vick is
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
not it.
Defense came out in
Yeah,
a
you have
soft
good
zone.
throwing.
I think it caught the quarterback a little
You have
off
good
guard.
throwing
He was
stats
trying
and
to
everything,
attack
but
them
everybody look at that golden
downfield.
ticket.
By the time he was
Look
able
what
to get
happens.
through his
You have to
progression
run a
to
lot.
his check down,
You have
he ran
99
out of time,
running,
and that's
99
all the pass
throwing,
rush
so
needed
forth.
to get to the
Where
backfield
his
and bring it
problem
down.
is on the golden ticket is throw under pressure and play action.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that
So
return was
whenever
not
I see
going
him, you know
anywhere.
what I about.
Out comes the Arizona
You try to-
offense.
you try to
They get
blitz
ready
him.
for their next possession. Their lead is just a point.
Let's keep him in the
They
ball.
begin it
Something
on this
that's
drive with
supposed
first
to
and
be.
10.
Let them
Working
beat
from
me
the
by
shotgun,
passing the ball.
it's Murray taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He pulls it in around the 5. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Boswell now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Cardinals will take a 14-6 lead. The kickoff team. And we're back to it as the kicks away. Brown now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And they would continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to have another first down as he's able to dive beyond the marker.
I need to get on how to play where he's supposed to be playing.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Watson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Again, it's Murray. Right back to Watson. Another grab.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. That's hauled in at the 2.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board? Because
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Arizona.
That's cool.
That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The steal. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. 3rd and long. And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Zion McCollum.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Now timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. That is caught, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. On for the extra point is Boswell. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Huh? You talking to me?
On first down, Tagovailoa. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's a...
And you don't say it that way. You're supposed to say, I'm not talking to you, honey.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a side while bro had a get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I the sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when they stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers is putin'. I go off a field, no heads, you just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the and they sending shots, but somehow I just juke it. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like.
cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like, I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, can I drop your bag, sass? I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie with a plug in his heart. To these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the South on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chump, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my name is Jumper up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know him. He ain't thump, he just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I've been dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love with the count. Flowing like water, all they three with the snows, all the ops for the plow. They all in the sewers, the south in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. On the floor to the steps, build up, with the hands on the steps,
On the paper, told him quit the pocket, watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag. Listen to the money, me go praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones notice me go riding for it. 53, I'm throwing up that see the chin, I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try look. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as seen the head squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got
let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has the connection to Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Jones. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackled by Keon White there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground with Jones. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Jackson now on 3rd. Able to find Jones. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
He wasn't even close to you, bro.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much as training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
They give to Jones, right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 13. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Jackson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. He's at the 30, the 10, at the 5. And he makes the half call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. So on our opening opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick six starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, here's Jones. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Pistol snap to Jackson. That's Jones working the sideline, complete. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Lamar throwing again. McConkey's got it on the sideline. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. They'll send their tight end right. Jackson yet again. Gets this to Johnson. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll motion Johnson right. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. The Dolphins with the football. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They kick the running back in motion. And again, it's Jackson. On the move, headed right. And in for the Miami touchdown.
You actually got away with
So he
that.
looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
After an hour, a whole hour, you can finally score. Turn around.
All set for the kickoff. Little
You
with the honors.
kill the clock with that, though.
He fields it from the 8. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Baker now off the play fake. He rolls to his right. He tucks it and takes off. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out.
From my ball, maybe.
Out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
Yeah.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
From my fucking ball again, yeah?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Second and 4. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Running for it again. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And in for the Houston touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. .19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. First down, here's Lamar. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And that one's gonna fall incomplete. No luck there, just 11 seconds remaining. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. He's loaded another one up. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Looking to throw. That one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. 2 quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Hits his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third and short, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it sets up a Houston first. They'll run it from the gun. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45.
The ground.
Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Mayfield now from the gun. Completed to his running back. 16 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line,
I
and after that
give
it was all
you
him.
credit, you did.
Turning a
That was the
modest
smartest
pass
thing to do.
to far more
Make sure to take
than a
the
modest gain.
deep breath away. You ain't take nothing else away.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
On first down, they'll run. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Man in motion here. First down from the red zone. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts
Really that
talk
slow?
about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Baker. Drops back. Needs an open man. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Cut near the goal line. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Running back sent in motion. Baker now. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
How you do that?
That
You speed
one
up your
right
process.
down the middle.
The last
And the
time you had the
Texans
ball in the
double
first
their
half,
lead to
you scored a
14.
touchdown. You took almost a whole quarter.
Now
Now let's see what you
Boswell
can
on
do.
to send this
It
away.
didn't take you to beat the Clean Diamond.
Return starts at the 9. And the return sets
have
them
a
up
little
just
clean
beyond their own
diamond.
20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pressure coming. It's Jackson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little shine after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up. It cost him that catch.
Was he glue or something on the fucking... I mean, stick him on the ball. Let's stick him. You gotta be fucking grease.
Empty the backfield and motion him out. Able to find Jones. And he'll get it out to the 34
you sit right
tracked down.
Get something like that.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the fourth. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Jackson now on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He throws a bullet deep to a couple defenders there. And intercept it.
He had someone on the ball, boy. Take that ball away from him.
Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Dolphins have some new life in the 4th. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Second down, Jackson to pass. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. Brought in inside the 20.
I get over there.
He's all the way home.
Plays
Touchdown, Miami.
Don't worry, now ain't happening now.
The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? Yep. Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return.
That is 8. I may not even do much. I give you one. Now, take it back.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kickback for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set. Now. 1st and 10.
I ain't got no more. You could try and you could look, but they ain't gonna be there.
Lamar out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Another try following the sack. He's going deep this time. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Texans get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Yeah,
the Texans have likely locked up the win right there. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Gets this to McConkey. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Jones reels it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Dolphins trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Lamar throwing again. Fights off the pressure. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Desperation time here on 4th. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Derwin James picks it. And the Texans take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. New set of downs for him at the 38. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He finds Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This defense did the best they could to track him as he ran all the way across the field, but eventually, you're just going to lose him. And that's when a completion was made and turned it into a significant gain.
He finds him right side. Touchdown, Houston. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway here in London. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Young wasting no time, right to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he's got Shockey. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
2nd down and 3. Throwing, Young. Pass complete there to Nakua. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Okay.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll throw again. Young.
Thank you.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
A first carry now for Reggie Bush. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Flushed out right. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Go straight to the offensive coordinator. He tell you,
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
That's all me, though.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball
just
away
scared
from them on
to
their
turn the
opening
ball back
possession,
over there.
and you turn that into the early
I'd rather just take the
3-0
field
lead.
goal.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their second drive here to ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running again, and again it's McFadden. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's McFadden. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
That one caught out wide by Julio. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Young now. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's McFadden. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
You have to stop this.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You have to stop this play. He ain't really that. He's garbage when he's a player. What's so fucking special
The
about
play
that?
fake. Now Young. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Young now from the 50. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Looking to throw, Young. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Young. And Jones has it over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. It'll be Young again.
Thank you.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level.
He put it right now.
Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Stevie Wonder gonna go on with that
a
fucking
third
voice.
down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, they'll run with McFadden. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Darren McFadden, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Put the ball right inside. Put the ball right inside.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Mayfield. And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Young to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Now Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Young from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Young will set to throw. Flush to his right. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will knot us up at 10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings it. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They just fucking
So
Julian
they'll come up
Peppers.
first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to fire up the running game with McFadden. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Young. Johnson with a completion over the
Right,
middle.
I still,
It'll be a gain of just a
I still
yard,
trying to
and
figure
it's gonna
out.
set up a tough
I still figure out
39.
As a defense, you're more
how
balanced when you're in
did
zone
that?
coverage
How
because
did my
you're able to keep your eyes on the
drop the
quarterback
ball
and see the play
and a
develop
wide
in
open
front of
fucking
you.
field?
They're able to keep the quick
I mean,
pass
sorry,
in front of them and
with
stop
nobody
right at the
around.
line of scrimmage.
You don't catch it in traffic or nothing. When he threw that fucking interception, that nigga was, the wide receiver done with loss. Like, wow. This is just crazy, bro.
To throw, Young. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent
Crazy,
field
man.
position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Decision, bro.
Working free to drop it for the sack there
Make a
was
decision.
Amari Barno. Well, they're in some hot water now after
Make
that
a
sack.
decision in that one.
It's 2nd and 21. Mayfield now. He finds his man complete. That's Bush.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Mayfield to throw it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Now Mayfield. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his man complete. It's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Calvin Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Young. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Julio Jones. 72 yards. And the Panthers have answered back with a third quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the gun, Mayfield. That's down the field for Jefferson. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Young to throw it. And the catch made by Judd. And he coughed it up. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Bush trying the middle. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They run up the middle with Bush. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
They'll hand it off to Bush. Oh, the spin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mayfield to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Down to the 10. That's caught by Johnson. And down to the 7-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A give. This is Bush. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Third down and goal coming up here. Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Andre Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Young. Being chased out left. Oh, Young loses it. And the Texans scoop it. And some space here. He may go. And this defense has broken.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too high up. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks. Hermes fur on my feet, I'm a lead.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo District of Seattle. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle, this one into the hands of Hester. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's caught by the Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Winston now from the 50. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Winston.
Thank you.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie.
Everybody look fast. Everybody look pretty fast. Even the offensive lineman who was running with me, that dude was on speed. He had to be on some serious drugs. He had to be on some serious drugs, bro. He's so fast he's running. Him, the quarterback, everybody's running. Like, what's going on, yo?
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, Man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game, right? Any edge that you could create, but now, well, now it's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
I like big defenses.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
I see what he...
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Baker now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. Rolling into enemy territory. That goes for 36 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
He finds space into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead right away. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here, they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker, on the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They'll motion Jefferson left. 2nd and 8. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. Into some good line.
They'll motion Jefferson left. From the 36. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They're going for this. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in France. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I be by the sand. On sun, yeah, it's blowing in the wind. What you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up, make it fall right. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type. My type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 62 yards. And the Titans put the night's first points on the board as they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones, 35 yards. And the Titans have retaken the lead. Just an unbelievable start, less than a minute in. They're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
On the return, here's C.J. Spiller. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
In motion goes the tight end. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the left sideline. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times, ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
A first down carry for Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettucemen. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain and excellence. Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make lore fact like college course. Making seconds to records, the textures you could never touch the circle I roll and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd and leopards, I'll pull you back together. You fall apart, I'll build it back but better. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are too raw for glass jars and dentures. You think you've seen madness? Well, I am the center. I'm only happy in the summer. The winter. Watch out now. Come heavy water. It's high now. Not going under. Oh, oh, oh. Not gonna let you go. Oh, oh, oh. Pay what you owe. Watch out now. My mistake. It's damn namaste. And Dalai Lama, cause I'm searching for better days. Tijuana, I'm cutting through this with my switchblades and katanas, cause I've learned something from years of head hunting. If I got something to say, then I'ma say something. A glutton for all these beatings and fighting for what I'm loving. If the whole world's throwing up spikes, I keep on trucking, yeah. I ain't got time for y'all to get your heads right. I'll find some rope and you can go and hang tight. It's getting dark as midnight. His beat swinging so hard.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway here in England. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Dillon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Young from the shotgun, rolling to his right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bush. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Young. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's taken in by Watson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Again, it's Young. He'll buy some time right. This is Smith with the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's Young off play action. Steps away. He's got it complete to Tolbert. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Young to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Dillon up the middle, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now here's Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Young to throw it. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Now Young. He'll dump this down to Dillon. It's complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettuce men. You